We will now welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman. As the founder and chairman of 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗏 Foundation, Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman is one of the world's most influential humanitarian leaders. His journey from private medical practice to the helm of Africa's largest disaster response NGO shows what exactly is possible when compassion meets action. Under his leadership, 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗏 has delivered over 6 billion rand in aid across 47 countries. Responded to global crises, including providing assistance to 210 hospitals during the COVID-19 pandemic, implemented 21 categories of humanitarian and development projects, and earned over 200 awards, including 10 honorary doctorates and national honors. His work champions practical support, deep empathy, and unwavering commitment to human dignity, importantly, including children, whose well-being forms part of his mission. Through this commitment to humanitarian service, Dr. Sooliman has helped shape 𝗕𝗓𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗏 into a leading force in disaster response and development, demonstrating what is possible when compassion, innovation, community-driven solutions all come together to actually address human suffering. Without further ado, and with much excitement, I'll welcome to our stage our keynote speaker, Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman.
Thank you for that introduction, and thank you for the invite, Najwa and ECD people. Thank you very much. I'm not specifically going to speak about ECDs only. I'm going to speak generally about the policies, the principles, the human endeavor, the compassion, what happens, what we experience. So let's start off with a sad story. 6 August 2023, a place called 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗏𝗃 village in Butterworth in Eastern Cape. That morning, 3 children are found dead, and the mother also. What's the story? There was absolute hunger in the house. The mother had no money. At some point in the week, she asked the neighbors for some money. She bought whatever she could, and after some point, the neighbor came back for the money because it's a village. There's not rich people there. No breadwinner, no jobs, no security net, hungry children. So the mother was distraught. She had rat eggs in the house, put it in the food, and killed the 2 small children. She had enough rat eggs, but not enough food for the bigger child. Child's not going to eat plain rat eggs. So she took a knife and shoved it into the throat of a child. And then she hung herself. Now, you all are mothers, grandmothers, and women who know what it is to deliver, to take care of a baby. Any woman that gets pregnant does everything possible. Ultrasound, blood pressure checks, urine checks, sugar levels, everything required for pregnancy. Does everything for delivery, breastfeeding, vaccinations. Child gets bigger, hold their hand, take it to preschool, take to school, buy the lunchbox, buy the stationery, stay awake at night. When the child gets sick, most cases the mothers do that, not the father. And the parent gives the total all for this child or children. What would drive a mother to hang her own, to destroy her own children with rat eggs on a knife? There's only one explanation: desperation. Don't judge the people. It's total desperation. Because the worst form of death is to see your child die in front of you from starvation. There's nothing you can do about it. You sit there helpless and you watch the child wither away. Emotionally, psychologically, it totally destroys you, and you feel like a total failure. We intervened in the village. We do this. We don't go to one village. When this happens, it happened in 2011 in a place called 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗏𝗃 between Lichtenburg and Mafeking. And there were 4 children walking, looking for their mother. In the process, they all 4 dropped dead because of heat, dehydration, and hunger. We don't understand the biggest problem facing South Africa is hunger right now. Nothing else. Forget about trade tariffs and corruption and crime. The biggest challenge facing this country is hunger. And it's not only among the very poor, the middle class are also battling. Their cost of living has gone way too high. And out of dignity, people sit and they stay hungry. We need to understand this. So we intervened in 𝗱𝗏𝗯𝗏, went into many villages. There was hunger across the entire region. So the school where these 4 kids came from, we put in a kitchen. 14 years later, we're still looking after that kitchen. The key principle in what you guys do in ECD is consistency. It doesn't have to be something big, but whatever, you don't try to be unrealistic and set big goals. I'm going to have 100 kids, and I'm going to do programs morning till afternoon, and this, that, and the other, and I'm going to look after the kid this way and that way. No, you'll collapse long before, within a few weeks. Set realistic, simple, practical goals. And all your goals must be compassion-driven in everything that you do. I was speaking at a anesthetic conference last year at Sandton Convention Center. When I finished off, one of the doctors got up and asked me, if I make you the dean of all the medical schools in South Africa, what would you teach? I said, besides medicine, I will teach compassion. We are too focused on AI, technology, iPads. We are losing the human touch. We need to be human again, and that's the problem. So we intervened in this village, and the feeding is going on. We intervened in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, and we set up a soup kitchen and feeding and food parcels. And as we went across the villages, we saw kids in the house all alone with no caregivers, sitting patiently in the center of the room with nothing to eat. No violence, no eruption, no chaos. They sit there patiently with faith, with the hope that somebody will come and see to them. The old lady had a last cabbage, nothing more to feed, no violence. Just sat there peacefully, hoping upon its hope that somebody would come. This is only one story. It's throughout the country. Western Cape prides itself in being the best province. Catch your wake-up call, sorry. Yeah, Cape Town is not Western Cape. It's only part of the Western Cape. But forget about Cape Town and outside. 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗏, Langa, 𝗏𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏, everywhere you go, Mitchell's Plain, wherever you go, wherever we respond to fires. 3 years ago, when we got to the fire or the flood, or the rain or the storm, whatever you guys have here, and you guys have it here all the bloody time, we go to the area and the people say, where's the building kit? They don't ask for the building kit anymore. When you ask them, what do you want? They ask, where's the food? So we say, like, in 2 hours you guys got hungry. How is this possible? You want to assess the hunger of an area? Don't worry about arm circumference and weight and all the parameters to check nutrition in a child. Put the child to eat. Just watch the child eat, and you will see it in the eyes. And we put the children to eat, and we realize that this hunger is not 2 hours old. This hunger is running for several days. Compassion is your first part, consistency is the second part, and making sure that you have nutrition is absolutely critical. Because without nutrition, there is no way that any child is going to survive and develop. That brain, as I spoke to one of the people from here, from this catching, what's the name? 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, finding 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I forgot the name. And we spoke about the brain develops by the age of 5 years maximum. That brain development requires nutrition. If there's anything that you're going to do, make sure you feed those children. So the children start eating and realize this hunger is, hey, it's for many days. We used to feed for 3 days. We increased it to 5. We went to 7. We went to 10. In Mthatha, we started feeding on the 12th of June. It's the 1st of October, and we're still feeding in Mthatha after the floods and the chaos there, because the hunger is so widespread. But now this poses another dilemma. We're in disaster management. We specialize in this. I'm doing this for 35 years. So if you go to area A, and the fire and the rain is on the left-hand side, but this is the same kind of people living on the right-hand side also, except they don't have the fire and the flood. So you go to the right-hand side to test, are those kids hungry like the ones on this side? And you'll find it's exactly the same. So now you can't feed only on the left-hand side, you've got to go on the right-hand side also. Because as a child is a child. It's not about, oh, it's a disaster, so only those people got affected, so we must help them. It looks very good in the media, nice pictures, child's eating. You need a total approach. Holistic approach is critical. If your children in your ECD are hungry, then the children outside are hungry also. So your program has to be about looking at them on the inside and looking after them on the outside. That's right. Take 5 children, not 500, and make sure you have total approach to all these kids. July 2020, Makhanda during COVID. Child comes in the line, shaking like hell. It's freezing. Barefooted, torn shirt, no jersey, no hat, no jacket. Thin, shaking, a cold. I'm very hungry, he says, but I won't eat. Like, why won't you eat? You see, at home, my father, my mother, my brothers and sisters have not eaten. So can you give me the food for them and not for me? Child is taking adult responsibility. Do adults think like that? Do we think like that? Or do we want to take everything for ourselves and the ego and the greed and the avarice and the arrogance? Learn from these kids. And we say gift of the givers doesn't operate like this. You will get, and everybody in this queue will get, and people outside this queue will also get. That's what we do. We've been running 223 feeding centers. It's growing all the time. In Durban, in KZN, we should get 1 call a week. We get 7 calls a day right now because of the hunger situation in the country. And this has to be done collectively. There's no other way of doing this but collectively. And as an aside, totally unrelated to what I'm saying, I need you to open your minds because we have very narrow-minded approaches for things. Government is corrupt, we say. SAPS is corrupt. Government is not corrupt. There's corrupt people in government. There's corrupt people in the corporate world. There's corrupt people in the academic world, in the religious world, in the sporting world, in the ECD world, in the NGO world. There's corrupt people everywhere. We need to change the system, the narrative, and the thinking. The SAPS is not corrupt. What do I tell Boosie's children, Captain Boosie's children, when she dived into Henley Dam in April 2022 to take out not a live, but a deceased child and a deceased grandfather? She went and dived into the dam to bring closure to 2 families. And in the process, the water sucked her in. And the dog that was so dedicated to her dived in to take her out, and the dog also drowned. Do we go to Boosie's children to the house and say, sorry, your mother is not coming back? But you know, the people say, your mother is corrupt, SAPS is corrupt, everybody is corrupt. That's an injustice. What is my message? Be ethical in what you do. Teach ethics, no stereotypes, values. Maths and science are not going to help you with that. We've got all the best technology in the world. Send men to the moon, fax machine, big planes. We can go across the divide in seconds, but we still haven't learned to live with each other. Total failure as human beings in terms of emotions, feelings, behavior, conduct. All the greatest technology, but we have failed. Our children are going the wrong way because we have failed the system. Too much dependent, the machine is going to take it. Machine got no heart, got no brain, it can't think for itself. We go across to a place called Hafun, 2004 tsunami, 26 December 2004. And as we get there, we land in the place. It's a long story, I actually got there, but I'm not talking logistics today. So we get to the place, and we ask, like, who's sick? The whole town, island comes. Like, all of you got affected by the tsunami? We stand in the queue. What's your problem, lady? I got a stomach ache. I had it 6 months ago. Another lady, I had a headache 2 years ago. What are they telling you? They want reassurance. Medical school forgot about reassurance. Like a dumb chapter to read. We want to know about which investigation to do, CT scan, MRI, robotics. That's what we're interested in. We forgot the most fundamental principle of reassurance. Applies to the preschool too. When a child comes and is crying and is sad and is shaking and don't know what to do, how many of us take the time to sit and talk to the child and say, this is not the problem, we can help you? Do we call the parent in? Parents got a responsibility too. Yes, I know they're working hard, but you're going to make a date for them to come in. We need the human factor. So they came in the queue. And I told the doctors, if the damn stethoscope doesn't work, it doesn't matter. If the battery is dead, it doesn't matter. If the light and torch doesn't go on, it doesn't matter. Just go through the motions. Talk nicely, softly, gently. Touch them, speak to them, reassure them. Almost 90% of them walked out smiling and didn't want any medication. They went out of there because all they wanted was a human and not a robot to touch them, to be with them. But the humans today are worse than the robots, unfortunately. We've lost it. We go to many countries. As South Africans, we like to make our mark, because first world countries think they're too clever. Because when you say you're from Africa, it's like a swear word. Oh, come from Africa? What did you come to fetch? Yeah. You come with a begging bowl. It doesn't matter whether you're the white. You're from Africa, you are from Africa. Your color doesn't matter. They don't care what color you are. If you come from Africa, your color is irrelevant. You are from Africa, from a backward, stupid, ignorant country, continent that's messed up, that needs a begging bowl, that can't do things right, that's corrupt. They steal all our resources, and they tell us we're backward. I'm a very blunt guy, sorry. Right? So we go there, and they tell us, you guys are different. 47 countries tell us the same thing. They must be seeing something. So I said, like, what's different? They all tell me the same thing. I said, it's like, oh, there's a black guy here, a Xhosa guy, a Zulu guy, a Hindu guy, a Christian guy, a Jewish guy, a Muslim guy. Is that the problem? No, you guys are from South Africa. You're all mixed up there. We know that. It's not that. Medical skills, they said you guys are unmatched. Then what is the problem? What's different? Your attitude. They're addressing the spirit of Ubuntu. They said people come here with big machines from first world countries, and they talk down to us. They don't even touch us. We feel like leprosy. We are psychologically and emotionally destroyed. We lost our child. We lost our wife. We lost our father. We lost our house, our clinic, our school, our water plants, our electricity, our roads, our businesses. We don't even know what the future holds. What's going to happen to the economy? How are we going to save ourselves? What are we going to do? We are totally destroyed, and they come in and talk to us like this. They totally destroy us. You people are different. You treat us with respect. You take our children and you wipe their nose. You hold us. You hug us. You kiss us. To talk to us gently. You touch us. You teach us with respect and dignity. We feel human. You don't take the food parcel and throw it to us. You take it and put it in our hand, and you walk with us to our homes. You know, even if you guys didn't bring anything, your attitude is giving us healing. That is what faith and spirituality is all about. Inculcate faith and spirituality in your ECDs, and don't be afraid for those people who say you have to be secular. You're not imposing your faith on anyone, but by the same token, you're not allowed to move away from your own faith. What you should be scared of. And why I say faith and spirituality? Because those who follow a book have faith. Respect those who don't have a book. It's fine. You don't have to follow a book. You don't have to follow my book. Don't follow any book. It's quite fine. But spirituality, that you've got to have. It's about common human decency. Compassion, kindness, honesty, integrity, service, caring for people, not stealing, not being dishonest, not lying. That you don't need a book. It's common courtesy. So yes, spirituality or faith, my team's got both. Some follow a book, some don't follow a book. I really don't care. I'm not interested in you follow a book or don't follow a book. Whether you bring your Quran, your Bible, whatever you bring, I really don't care. All I want to know is whether you follow the book or don't follow the book, how are you treating the people? That's my own interest. Because my teacher said, never hurt anyone. Don't hurt anybody in your schools. Be careful how you teach. Don't lose it. Yeah, you can lose it sometimes. Kids can. You see my 9-year-old daughter will drive you crazy, right? So don't lose it as far as possible. Make up what you can. Kids need love. They come from broken homes. You can't shout them further. Don't destroy them. We talk easy ADHD and learning disorders, everything, but we need to spend time on understanding the social circumstances of our children. Our kids are suffering. If they're suffering in well-developed economic homes, what's happening in poor communities? We need to understand that. And in that process, the most important thing to understand is gratitude. When my teams go all over the world, they say, Don't say we gave anything to the people. Tell us that we received. Because when we do something, our souls feel enriched. We find God in what we do. And even those who don't believe any book tell you quite clearly, I found God today. You think I'm bluffing? I got 150 team members, ask them. They will tell you clearly, we don't believe. But not all of them. But when we travel, we find God Almighty. There's no better satisfaction to the soul than when you give unconditional service. I want to give you another story about the SAPS in the same city. Strand, Nonzamo, May 2020, level 5 lockdown. The importance of opening your mind and widening your perspective. It's level 8, level 5 lockdown. We give out food parcels. Because of physical distancing, everything takes so long. People come on crutches, in a wheelchair. It was freezing that day. By 8 o'clock, the SAPS came and told my teams, Ali, the other guy came with me, they got to shut down. People are still waiting in the queue. They're hungry. Jobs are gone. No economy, no development, no business, no trading. They need food in the house. Everything is closed. The SAPS guy tells Ali, you guys got to shut the operation down. Ali knows I'm not going to allow that. So he calls me. I said, put the guy on the phone. So he comes on the phone. I said, my friend, you can jump in the lake. You can jump in the dam or in the sea. I really don't care. You can arrest my team members. Do what you want. I am not shutting this operation down. Do what you want. To his credit, we say cops are corrupt. To his credit, he understood the spirit of the law, not the letter of the law. The letter of the law says shut the thing down. The spirit of the law says we've got to save lives. Shutting the thing down at 8 o'clock is not saving lives today. We're causing havoc here. He said, my friend, you are right. I will not shut this operation down. Actually, I will join you in breaking the law. I will bring other police people here in their cars and their vans to take these old people home. That's our humanity. That's our Ubuntu. We got it. All South Africans got it. You think tourists come here for 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗵𝗃 Mountain? You think they come here for Kruger Park? You got all those things all over the world. It's the same. My wife tells me I hate traveling. I said, yeah, all the buildings, the street, the buildings all look the same to me wherever I go. No difference to me. They come here because they love our people. We have the right attitude. We have warmth. We have care. We smile with all our hardship and difficulty. We give them a great time. This is what they're looking for. So the last old lady comes at 12:30 in the morning to pick the food parcel up. It's freezing cold. She tells Ali, I'm going home tonight, well, morning, and I'm going to wake my grandchildren up. So Ali says, what are you doing something so crazy at 12:30 in the morning? She said, you were not there when I left. When I left, you should see in the eyes of my grandchildren. They were looking at me with hope in their eyes. Imagine if I went back empty-handed, what would have happened to the psyche of my grandchildren? Thank you very much, SAPS. Caught up, SAPS. People don't judge people negatively. The other quality you got to develop in your kids. You see, the country is not in the president's hands. It's not in the hands of the economists. It's not in the hands of the political guys. All these guys mess it up. It's in the hands of you. Because the grounding comes from ECD level. The values, whether religious or not, spiritual or not, education, ethics, everything. If we fix the ECD teaching, the building doesn't really matter. Fix the ECD teaching. Under the tree, in the grass, in the damn bus, it doesn't matter. Because you have the best buildings in the world and no quality, no characteristics, no value. It's a useless exercise. The thing of technology that I told you about. We need the human endeavor, the human mind, the human qualities. Teach that to the children and teach them to be ethical. They will fix this country, they will fix the continent and fix the world. Teach them to live with each other in harmony. The teacher said, people may have bad habits. It doesn't make them bad people. Any saint here? Put your hand up. Flawless, no mistakes, no shortcomings. If anybody tells me I'm perfect, I tell them, ask my wife. I get a 0 scorecard. Very dangerous, don't ask my wife, okay? So it's about the human and qualities. We need to fix this and teach that to the kids, because those are the things that carry you in life. It's not about the education. It's not about the technology. It's not how many coloring books you got. You ground a child well, that child becomes a living example for all to follow. I'm going to finish off. Yeah, got enough, just about enough time. To finish off, to tell you my roots, and I want to share my values with you, why I do what I do. You see, Gift of the Givers is not my organization. I didn't get up one morning and say to myself, I think today I'm really bored, I'm going to form an organization. It never happened that way. I'm going to cut it short. It was a calling from a spiritual teacher that I've never seen in my life, don't know, in Turkey. August 91, my wife and I, this is a summarized version, okay? My wife and I met the spiritual teacher in Turkey in 91. I saw people from all groups, all religions, non-religion, Jews, Christians of all denominations, Muslims, Hindus, Tamils, people of faith and no faith. When I say no faith, I don't mean it in a negative sense. It's people who are searching, don't know what they want, and they're looking. Because even the people of faith, they're even not sure what they want, right? So in any case, and people from all over, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, Denmark, Norway, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Southeast Asia, parts of Africa, all mixed there. Absolute harmony, no discord, no friction, only love and respect for each other. We need to teach that in our ECDs. Respect everyone. This country is very fortunate. We don't have religious, crazy religion issues here. We get along well with race, color, culture, religion. Yes, we fight in between. German guy told me, you guys South Africans are mad people. I met him in the Port Elizabeth Business Chamber. He said, you South Africans are crazy people. You fight all the time. But when it comes to a common issue, I've never seen any nation in this world stand together like how you South Africans stand together. I've told my wife when I brought to South Africa 3 times, I'm trying to be dishonest and deceiver. I want to stay in South Africa. This is the best country on earth. The only people that don't know that is South Africans. So, in any case, I go away. I come back the following year. 6 August 1992, Thursday night, 10 p.m. In a Sufi order, we do what is called a zikr. A zikr is the chanting of God's names in Arabic. So in other scriptures, you would say, God the one and only, kind, compassionate, merciful, eternal, absolute, cherisher, nourisher, sustainer, creator, living, eternal, absolute, and so it goes. And then, when the zikr took place, those of you who have experienced it, at some point you feel the presence of God Almighty there. That's why the people from all over the world, they come for that. They feel the presence of God Almighty in front of them at that very moment of time. And when that stage came, the teacher stopped. He picked up his head and made eye contact with me and looked heavenwards at the same time. This was not planned. I didn't even know this was coming. In fluent Turkish, and I don't speak a word of Turkish. But that night, I understood every single word that he said in Turkish. The power of spirituality. There's a lot of explanation around this, but I'm going to stop after I give you this explanation. I can't go more than the time, just to give you a touch of it. He said, my son, in Turkish, I'm not asking you. I'm instructing you to form an organization. I told you it's not mine. I got instruction from a spiritual teacher in Turkey, Muhammad Safi Effendi Al-Jarai, from the Halveti Jarai Sufi Order of Istanbul. My son, I'm not asking you. I'm instructing you to form an organization. The name in Arabic will be 𝗂𝗂𝗋𝗋. Translated, not very easy. Not even correct, difficult. But the closest was Gift of the Givers. You will serve all people, of all races, all religions, all colors, all classes, all cultures, of any geographical location and of any political affiliation. But you will serve them unconditionally. You will expect nothing in return, not even a thank you. This is an instruction for you for the rest of your life. I was 30 years old. Serve people with love, kindness, compassion, and mercy. And remember, the dignity of man is foremost. If someone is down on the ground, don't push them down further. Hold them, elevate them. Wipe the tear of a grieving child. Caress the head of an orphan. Say words of good counsel to a widow. These things are free. They don't cost anything. Clothe the naked, feed the hungry, provide water to the thirsty. And in everything you do, be the best at what you do. Not because of ego. Ego is destructive. But because you're dealing with human life, human emotion, and human suffering. My son, remember, that whatever you do is done through you and not by you. 33 years, you guys think I do miracles? No, I don't. It's guided by a hand that these things happen. Maybe you could allow me, I'll give you one example, if there's time. So it's done, everything's done by you, through you, not by you. Ask him at some point, when you speak Turkish, how come I understand? And when other people speak Turkish, I don't understand. He said, my son, when the hearts connect and the souls connect, the words become understandable. I asked him, what exactly am I supposed to do? I said, I'm a doctor in private practice. I have 3 surgeries in a place called 𝗕𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗶𝗃 in South Africa. I work Monday to Sunday, after hours, public holidays, long weekends, like, what am I supposed to do? And when am I going to do this? He told me one line, you will know. I said, like, what kind of answer is this? I will know what? He said, you will know. For 33 years, I do know what to do, what not to do, what to touch, or not to touch. We took out a hostage from Al-Qaeda in 3 days. Unconditional, no ransom, no injury, took no training, no honors in hostage negotiation, no masters, no PhD, no training from any hostage agencies or any government in the world. In 3 days, we knew exactly what to do. No government in the world, no trained hostage negotiator, nobody in the world skilled in hostage negotiations can take a hostage out in 3 days, even after paying $15 million. We did it for nothing. But of course, I'm an Indian, we've got to do things for free. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to go into another story, my time is up. Thank you very much. You're going to mold the lives of these kids. You're going to look after their families. You yourself got to have compassion. You can't give it if you don't have it yourself. You've got to take care of yourself, otherwise you can't take care of others. And in everything you do, don't set unrealistic goals, because you will get frustrated and you're going to take it out on the kids, let's be honest, right? So look after yourself as much as you can. Your biggest way to control yourself is to make sure you can control your monster at home. I got monsters, I know what they are like. And my grandchildren are even worse today. So it's an issue, and it's a great training for us to have kids, to have grandchildren. It teaches us patience, how to deal with them, how to love them in spite of their madness. And remember, don't take the youth, their childhood away. It's the only time for them to be naughty and be who they are. Kids must be kids. They can't be adults now. But adults today behave like kids, that's the problem. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Shukran, Dr. Sooliman, for sharing your work with us, and importantly, the human experience, which is pivotal to it all. It really is a strong reminder that first and foremost, we are human beings, and we should treat people with kindness and act from compassion. We have a small token of appreciation for taking the time to come to speak to all of us, and I can assure you we are feeling inspired and motivated to do the right thing, to act when no one else is acting, and to make sure that we act with integrity, compassion, and love, and take care of one another. We will continue doing that for our children and for the families. Aluta continua.